tell that, I mean, that's a tough thing to go through.
It's tough. But she's so young and has her whole life in front of her.
Yeah.
And
Now, apparently, they say the motorcycle, or the rider says the motorcycle malfunctioned. Who knows what happened there, but I guess just it highlights you never know.
No.
You never know.
Life changes quickly.
All right, so one of the other things we like to talk about on the show are videos that are out there going viral. This one, it kind of looks like there are bugs under this guy's skin. The bugs are trying to get out, right? Not bugs. It's actually not that scary. What you're seeing is a muscle spasm, just a fairly large one. The medical term here is a muscle fasciculation. You know, that's when those muscle fibers are spontaneously contracting and releasing. You know, you see guys do it sometimes.
Fasciculate away, Travis.
Good for you.
Yes.
Good for you, my friend.
Well, no, I'm joking around in some ways, but I don't know, maybe 3-4 months ago, I developed a little bit of what we call facet impingement in my back. And I got these big knots, and all of a sudden, my entire, my lats, which is this big muscle in the back, just started fasciculating. And I was laying there in bed at night for nights on end, and the thing just kept firing and firing and firing. And I couldn't sleep because of it.
And it is annoying.
It can be really annoying. Usually it's benign, but the one thing, there are certain scenarios where this can happen, and you got to pay attention to it.
Yeah, and most people will notice it in their eye a little bit. There'll be that little twitch, and it's always, right, it's always when you're trying to have a really serious conversation, and then you look away and you think, oh, this person's now going to ask why isn't she looking me in the eye? And of course, paying more attention to it doesn't help stop it. But you know, the things that you hear about in the lay public, which have never been proven scientifically, or that it's an electrolyte abnormality like a calcium or magnesium, or it's dehydration. Those things are all theoretical. They've never been conclusively proven. The good news is most of the time it goes away.
Yes. And you got and of course, we're speaking of the average person, the person who doesn't have any neurological conditions, you know. And the average person who doesn't have a neurological problem, fasciculation is just a normal part of life, and you try to ignore it,
even
stretch
massages can help.
Yeah.
And there is a difference between the spasm that we're seeing there. Sometimes you hear the term Charlie horse, where it's a cramp where that muscle tightens up and it won't release at all. That's no bueno. Like neither
that gets your attention.
But wow. So watch the next video. I know we do everything we can to block critters from getting into our homes. But what about making an entrance through our toilet? Horrifying. Yes, it happens. Check out this video. You're not going to believe it.
Dark, beady eyes, chisel-like teeth, disturbingly long tails. Rats. They're your worst nightmare. But the fear is about to get worse. They're apparently great swimmers who can swim from the depths of the sewers all the way up to your own toilet. That's right. The rodent's sharp claws, collapsible ribs, and rudder-like tails allow rats to move with precision-like speed through the narrow maze-like pipes in your toilet. So next time nature calls, nature just might bite back.
I really love those swimming pictures.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine lifting up the lid to find a little rat sitting in there?
Well, no, I'm actually thinking worse yet. It's in the middle of the night, you're sleepy, and you go sit on the toilet, and you don't see it at all. Yeah! Think about that. You don't think for a minute that guy's not going to come up and get a little...
He's like, dinner! Oh!
What about this? Okay, this stat, guys. 32 million rats apparently live in New York City. Just over 8 million people. There's 4 rats living in New York City.
Yeah. 4 rats per person.
So they can swim nonstop for 3 days?
That is crazy.
And they can smush down like to 1/4 of an inch underneath a door. Can you imagine?
No.
They can flatten themselves out and just go in anywhere. So, I mean, I think we're all hesitant to talk bad about rats.
And there's there's a reason that we should be a little bit afraid of these rodents because they do carry diseases, and theoretically, if they're startled, they could bite you. Their saliva, of course, can carry potentially deadly viruses. The hantavirus is one that we've talked about on the show.
And they can give you a heart attack. I promise you, if one is in my toilet, I mean, that's a heart attack. That's how that one's going to kill me.
Being, basically from New York City, even though I was born in the great state of California, my whole life I've been in New York City, and we are so used to the rats there. We yield to them. If we see one on the road, we just step aside. And because we know they outnumber us.
Well, because I have a friend who lives in New York who told me, she's like, well, we're going on the subway, so make sure you wear boots to cover your jeans. And I'm like, well, why? And she said, well, because sometimes the rats will come in and climb up people's pants legs. I said, are you kidding? And she was that serious. She was like, no, put your boots on. Tuck your jeans in your boots. So ever since then, I've thought of it a little differently.
It's not
Subway
that bad. I'm the new New York City ambassador for tourism. I'm just kidding. Please come to New York City anyway. Just, when the sun goes down, you might want to go inside.
Look, we're being a little tough on NYC here because the truth is, rats like a lot of other states and cities as well. So just be aware. And certainly if you are bitten by a rat, one of the other things is you do have to worry about everything from tetanus to just be aware that these are
antivirus
animals. They can be cute, but they can carry illness as well.
They're like cute.
I want to move on, show you all this picture. Wait.
That's cute.
Hey, really quickly before we show this baby.
You want to go back to the cuteness of
show the rat footage.
Okay,
again.
let's
show the swimming.
I think. Look, when they're kind of cute. Look at he's like
show him swimming. He was so cute with the little.
Maybe the teeth. Maybe his teeth.
I think they can be cute. Yes! Look at the little whiskers.
They made a whole movie about a
swims.
rat that could cook. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Adorable.
So, hey, I like rats.
Okay.
All right, let's move on. I want to show you this picture. This baby has the face of an angel, but why does it look like it's being put inside a blender?
And why does this look like it was 1950?
Because it was. This was first used in 1960. It's not a blender. It's called the Pigostat Pediatric Immobilizer. I've never seen anyone use this, but apparently there are some places that use this back since 1960 to immobilize small children for x-rays.
And some places are still actually using this device, and I would say...
Well, the baby looks pretty happy.
Not to go there.
You know what? I'm not sure because I've never used it, but, at the same time, we all know that getting x-rays, certainly getting MRIs and things like that for small children is
They need anesthesia most of the time, right?
So rather than, if this is the only way you're going to get a decent image, rather than irradiating the child over and over.
Right, that's the key.
It looks like there's rocket launcher buttons off to the right there. Maybe they could just tweak it a little bit.
I agree. This is an old one. Maybe they have newer ones.
Maybe.
But the takeaway here is certainly, as a parent, if your child has to have imaging done, just understand, certainly if it is something like an MRI, often they do need anesthesia. It's not as simple as, hey, take a picture, hold still. So that can be something that parents aren't aware of. It's fall, right?
Yes.
It's getting real close to fall. And one of the things we do when we say goodbye to summer is sometimes we say goodbye to our summer haircut. We're into new fall trends. So how long or short should your hair be this fall? Our viewers on social media are today's trendsetters. Why? We let them decide how much hair we cut off of our next guest, Kalila. So this is Kalila before.
Wow.
Beautiful.
And these are the choices we gave. Oof. Is she going to get cut A mid-length look with bangs like Zooey Deschanel?
Okay.
Or B, a textured lob cut like Kate Hudson?
Cute.
Or how about a little C, a super short pixie cut like Kate Mara?
Wow, that's quite dramatic.
Yeah.
It is dramatic.
And
so
that's
3 different looks.
Brave woman.
Kalila is putting it in our hands. She's backstage with celebrity hairstylist Tara Ray Stevens. Whoa! And she's going to show us her new look later in the show. Which one did you all choose? Well, we will find out. A lot of C's, a lot of any B's, any A's? Time will tell.
Can't wait to see this.
What's that? You have rats in the control room? Oh my God! We'll be right back.
Coming up next,
You hear it on the news. You never think that this would happen to you.
in a doctor's exclusive, new horrifying details from the road rage story that made